One of the most interesting custom rooms called Corvus OS latest version is out, version 3.1, version VS3.1 by the way, it's version 3.1, and of course based on Android 12.1. The new update is out. It will be available for your device very soon if it is not yet, or maybe you can find out unofficial versions. I don't think so unofficial version will be available, but official ones are available for many devices. Go and install right now. Let's take a look at some things, some changes which you have in this latest version. Some few of the changes there. By the way, it will not give you the June security patch, so keep this thing in your mind. It still has the May security patch. If I move on to the default launcher settings, we have some differences. For example, you can turn off the search bar from this app drawer. The option is available for you. If you don't want that search bar, you can simply disable that. If you want that, you can simply enable this option, so that option is now available. And if I move on to the other options, for example, if you're willing to install some other things, if you want to compile, if you want to change some other things, you can even customize the icon size. In my case, in my personal opinion, I like this feature a lot. I definitely need to resize the icons. That option is present, and including that, there are tons of other things which you can do with this default launcher. The things are already present. Show free RAM, etc, etc. As you can see, all these options, free RAM, the screenshot, etc, etc, everything is already present with this new kind of recent panel. And I think so these things I have already shared with you. This was about the first change which we have. If we move on to the another change which we got in this one is clock and date settings. If you're able to see at the status bar here, let me enable that option. As you can see, this is the background which we have in this status bar clock. By the way, this is actually Monet supported, so if you change your wallpaper, the color in the background of that clock and the status bar clock background will be changed according to the wallpaper. So this seems to be quite interesting, I think so. Same kind of that with this is what we have in this clock and date settings, something new which is included. If I move on to the another change which we have in this one is the fonts customization, and this is what matters a lot for some of the users like me. I definitely want to apply some fonts which should be applied in other third-party apps too, and that option is present in this theming section now. In the previous update, that option was not there. You could change those fonts very easily, but not with the third-party apps and not everywhere. But with this addition, now you can change fonts everywhere, even with the third-party apps too. So you don't need any kind of routing access, you don't need to install Magisk for that, you don't need to install any module for that. This seems quite interesting. Another change which we have is in the lock screen clocks. Now we have some 3 or 4 5 kind of clock styles available for you. If you want to apply any of the lock screen styles, for example, I tried this option, and this is the lock screen clock style is what we have available. And if you want to use any other clock style, for example, we have the Oxygen OS style clock available too. If you want to use that, you can. It's up to you. The clock styles are looking quite good and impressive, so it's up to you if you want to install these things or not, if you want to use these things or not. And this is another change which we have, the lock screen customizations too. But other than else, we have the pulse customizations, we have some other related things. Like customizations are a lot. If you move on to the Corvus OS settings, you'll find a lot of customizations. Don't worry. The game space is also improved. For example, let me just enable this game space, any other game, for example this files by Google. Let me try to enable this option here. If I've enabled this option, if I check out this gaming shortcuts here, as you can see, now it will show you the free RAM, it will show you the time, it will show you the temperature. Yes, this was not available in the previous build. So game space has been improved, the UI has been improved. One thing, let me just tell you one thing which I found it is missing from here is this transparency, or this adacity. If I'm not wrong, I'm not sure what it actually pronounce it is, but if you're able to see, if I check out that overlay which we have in the game space, this is not fully maybe workable. If you're able to see, it is not properly showing. It's showing me actually kind of very less. It's not properly visible, or maybe the visibility is not so properly attached, or visibility is not that you cannot adjust the visibility, like it's maybe opacity. Okay, I got the word, that's called opacity. Opacity was maybe adjustable, it should be adjustable, but by default in this latest Corvus OS, that's not adjustable. And these were the things which we have in this Corvus OS latest build. Other than else, there are a lot of customizations. If you go find out, explore, you'll find a lot of things. These were things I just want to let you know. If you want to install this thing, link is in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.